ever feel like, we only get this like surface level understanding of what's going on sometimes, especially with like complicated stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, today we're diving deep, like really deep, into the whole media and politics scene in Jamaica. And trust me, it's way more nuanced than you might think, right?
Definitely lots to unpack.
So we've been looking into this statement from Jamaica's information minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, about how the government totally supports a free press.
Right, right.
But then you've got the Press Association of Jamaica, the PAJ, and they're saying, hold on a minute, not so fast.
Yeah, they're not convinced.
And for good reason, we'll get into all of that. But first, for anyone who may not know, can you give us a little background on Jamaica's political scene and why the media plays such a crucial role there?
Absolutely. So Jamaica, as you may know, has a really vibrant democracy.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is this lively and often very vocal media.
Right.
Think of it as like a watchdog, right?
Mm-hmm.
They keep an eye on the government, report on what's happening, give a voice to the people. They play a vital role in holding those in power accountable.
Okay, so media is a big deal. So where does this statement from the information minister come in?
So Senator Dixon, she came out pretty strong, emphasizing the government's total commitment to a free press.
Okay.
They're saying, look, we have these regular press briefings, we take tough questions, we're open and transparent, and that's because we believe in the media's role in a democracy.
Sounds good on the surface, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But like we said, the PAJ is waving some red flags here. What are their concerns?
So the PAJ is pretty alarmed about these, well, they're like attacks and accusations that have been flying around aimed at journalists in these media houses.
And this is all connected to that video, right? The one about the RJR Gleaner group.
Exactly. That video is like it's a whole other can of worms.
Because it's such a major media group in Jamaica, right?
Huge. It's one of the biggest, most influential media groups in the entire Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So when this video comes out and accuses their chairman of basically dictating their editorial line.
And potentially having journalists in his back pocket, basically.
Essentially. And not just any journalist, it suggests they're cozying up to the People's National Party, the PNP.
Which, for our listeners, is one of the two major political parties in Jamaica.
Right. So you can see how this throws a wrench into the whole idea of a free and impartial press, right?
Yeah, huge wrench. So we have this backdrop of the government saying they support a free press, but then these accusations come up about a major media group potentially playing political favorites. And that's where Everald Warmington comes in.
Yep, and he doesn't hold back.
For those who don't know, he's a very outspoken member of parliament with the ruling JLP, the Jamaica Labour Party.
Right, and he comes out swinging, accusing the media and specifically calling out the PNP in the media, saying they're working together to undermine former JLP leaders.
Which feeds into this whole narrative we've been seeing.
Absolutely. It throws more fuel on the fire. Whether he's right or wrong, it creates this climate where journalists are constantly looking over their shoulder, wondering if they're going to be the next target.
So how do we reconcile these seemingly conflicting ideas? The government says they're all for a free press, but then you have these accusations and this climate of mistrust. What's going on here?
It's complicated. You have to remember, Jamaica's political landscape it's passionate. People have strong beliefs, and the media often reflects that.
But isn't that the point of a free press? To have these different voices and opinions out there?
Of course. But it becomes a problem when you have powerful figures using their platforms to sow distrust in the media, to discredit them.
Because it undermines their credibility, right? Makes people question everything they read and hear.
Exactly. And that's dangerous in any democracy. If people can't trust the information they're getting, how can they make informed decisions? How can they hold their leaders accountable?
It's like, who do you trust, right? It gets really murky really fast.
Exactly. And that's the challenge for Jamaica right now. How do you ensure that the press can do its job, reporting freely and without fear, even when covering controversial issues or challenging those in power?
It's a tough question, and it's not just a Jamaica problem, right? I mean, we see these same tensions playing out all over the world.
100%. Look at what's happening in insert country, or insert another country. The relationship between media and politics is constantly evolving, and it's something we need to pay close attention to. Because at the end of the day, a free and independent press is essential for any healthy democracy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. A lot to think about.
For sure.
Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.